Hi, and welcome to What's Up This Week. The best way to ensure you have a life of lasting vitality and well being is to get educated on the natural way to health. Today, I'll talk about four takeaways from last week's webcast, Mental Shifts to Transform Your Health. And this webcast is archived in my wellness center. You can see the picture here. And if you are not subscribed to my wellness center yet, you can create an account. It's free and it gives you access to trusted resources, expert interviews, and more. You will see a link with this video. So, my story as we are talking about mental shifts, I will talk about one of my mental and heart shifts. And I'd like to, it's kind of a tribute to my mom. So before starting our family, I had the idea that children must listen to their parents all the time. And as a parent, I would need to control my kids so they behave correctly, especially in social situations. Once we had kids, I realized that they have their own mind. We were lucky to have easy kids, but kids are kids, and tantrums did happen sometimes. I learned a big lesson from my mom very early in my mom career. I will always remember one day when we wanted to leave from my parents' house after a family dinner, and our kid started to cry and was refusing to cooperate to put a coat on and etc. And after a while, I was starting to get annoyed and impatient. I wanted the child to obey. My mom kneeled to the level of the child and was lovingly trying to calm and connect with that kid. And we succeeded to get back home in a nicer way than I thought. What an example she gave me. I realized that this need to control my kid came from fear of not doing a good job as a parent, fear of what people would say about me. It did not come from love or for the good of the child. She was a very good mom. She was not the type of mom who would let a child do whatever they wanted. She wasn't a mom who would lecture me on how to do things neither. But she showed me how to be a mom with love and compassion by her example. So maybe it's not about health, but it's about mental and emotional health. And I think it suits well with today's subject. My mission is to empower people to move from finding cures to prevention. So, what can we do for our health in the first place? I'm here to help you improve your health by living in harmony with nature, empowering you to live your best life. And I try to give you options. Thank you for joining me on this wellness journey. Many of us overlook how our mindset significantly influences our external success, the definition you give it to it, including our fitness and overall well being. Tachi Danny Whitting shared actionable insights and strategies to harness the power of your mind to achieve your fitness goals and more. So you will see this in my wellness center. It was a truly inspiring session packed with wisdom in how mental shifts can lead to powerful transformations in your health and life. Today, I'll share four takeaways from Dennis' wellness story. I hope I pronounced her name well. The first one is her breaking point. Denny shared how her own experience of being overweight and the pain of bullying she endured. The turning point came when she realized that her mindset was the key to breaking free from her struggles.
I grew up facing health and weight challenges. Um, I was uh, overweight, and my mom didn't have the information that now we have. She thought that the more I ate, I was better for me. Or even right now as an adult, like I'm here and she wants to feed me. In her mind, like the more you eat, the more healthy you are. So I grew up as a chubby girl, and I was victim of bullying. I struggled a lot. I had low esteem. I also like struggled with social depression and body image that gave me anxiety and vulnerability. Like at that point, I believe we didn't have phones. I'm from the 80s, but like music videos, I will see Britney Spears with this super flat body, and I will compare myself. And I will start struggling with my body. Like I wanted to look to other. Social media now is like very, very popular in our kids and our teenagers. Even as an adult, we get bombarded with these ideas of health. And this impacted on my mental health and developed eating disorders. So um, unfortunately, with my eating disorders, I was very obsessive by controlling my food intake. And I will include restriction and induce vomiting. It's very like weird because now I'm at my parents' house and I'm explaining this and remembering this. Is like I will like be so hard on myself. Like I will like if I will eat something, I will like even go to the mirror and like start giving myself this awful talk. Like, what did you do? Why did you eat this? Why like you are very weak. Like you cannot like eat healthy. Like why do you overeat? So it's this I was bombarding this on myself and nobody else was telling me. It was myself. It was lowering my self-esteem. And for that I even exercise like here. My room was in the other room, and I will eat and I will come and over exercise. It was like 10 p.m. and I was here like punishing myself, like you ate this. It was like a war in my head. It was very very bad. I also dance ballet at that point. I actually dance ballet now, and I was losing weight, and nobody like noticed. Like nobody had an idea that I was going through that. My parents thought that as a teenager I was growing up, I was losing weight and the ballet was helping me, but nobody had idea I had that war in my mind. Um, so it's very important to be aware of why you are telling yourself. And a fortunate thing that I happened, I had support, but before that, I had a very bad crisis. I suffered of severe physical collapse and temporary blindness. So I was upstairs in my parents' living dining room. I was sitting at the table, and I was doing this crazy stuff. I was vomiting. I was barely eating, and I fainted. So I remember telling my mother, "Mom, I'm gonna faint because you feel that you have that feeling." I fainted. I When they woke me up, I opened my eyes and I couldn't see. I was so scared. I was telling my parents, I cannot see, I cannot see. I was crying. And it felt so long that I don't know if it was 30 seconds, 1 minute, my sight came back. So I was so the parents like my parents' face, they were crying, they were scared. And I think it was a sign of God, like, Danny, stop doing that. Don't do this to yourself. Stop harming yourself. You're harming your family. So it was a moment of introspections. I apologized to my parents and I commit to myself to end this destructive behavior because it was like it was no life. I was just harming my body, my organs, my brain, and I had no idea. I just had this prototype in my mind to be skinny, right? But fortunately, I had a very good support from my friends and family. Literally, my high school friends like were making sure I was bringing food at school. They will bring food from their houses. My family will take care of me, and I also had to work on myself. I had to change my self-talk. I would before I would look at my in the mirror and I would say, "Oh my gosh, you're so fat. Oh my gosh!" But now I had to change and say, "Yes, Annie, you can do this. You can start little by little. You're beautiful." You had to change that mindset because if you don't do it, who else? Your friends and family can do it. Like my friends and family told me, "You're not fat," but if you don't take care of yourself, who else is going to do it? So you had to start talking to yourself very kindly and with self compassion.
So here's that's part. This video comes from the webcast I'm talking of. So if you want the link, you can ask me. If you do not have an account in my wellness center. So the second takeaway is how her mindset transformed her reality. A significant takeaway was the importance of mindset in achieving any goal. Denny emphasized that by changing the way we think about our challenges can transform our reality. Whether it's shifting from I can't to I can, or focusing on possibilities rather than obstacles, mindset can make a difference in how we live our life. The third takeaway is how you can use your challenges to build resilience. She also spoke about using obstacles as opportunity to build resilience. Rather than seeing setbacks as failures, Jenny encouraged us to view them as lessons that make us stronger and more determined to reach our goals. And the last one is the role of self love. She highlighted the critical role of self love and compassion in this journey. Embracing who you are today while working toward who you want to become is key to lasting change. I hope these insights inspire you as much as they did to those who watch this webcast. What's one mental shift you can make today to improve your well being? That's a question each of us can ask ourselves. So, as a quick recap of today's show, Tachi Denning Whitting reveals a game changing approach to fitness. It's not just your body that needs shaping up, but your mindset too. Her journey from being overweight and bullied to being healthy and thriving is a testament to the power of mindset. And we will have another webcast. We have one every month. So the next one is on September 18th. Dr. Dagi will come back, and this time he will talk about the telomere story. I'm looking forward to that. Telomeres, the more I learn about that, the more I'm interested and in awe, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope you can be there. And I will put the link, and if you can't be there, well, if you register, you can have the replay. We are still in summer, it's not done yet, even though school is beginning very soon, next week in my area. We will still have other hot days. So in my wellness center, there will be articles on outdoor fitness. One is 6 essential summer must-haves. The other one is 3 sports products that I like, that I swear by. And the other is three reasons a sport drink is a must on hot day. So just water and sport drink, a healthy sport drink, it doesn't do the same thing. You can join my community on Facebook. You're welcome. And there's a webinar coming up next month. And I'll put links on what I covered today. And you can also message me if you have a question, a comment, if you want a link or whatever, contact me and we'll chat. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on my next event. So take care in the meantime. Thank you for being there.